Good morning, good friends. It's so nice to see you. It is Monday. Normally, we do this at 9:30 Monday morning. I jumped the gun a little and decided to do it a little early because I've got a busy day today and I wanted a chance to spend some time with you before I start that busy day. So thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I am Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. And what we do every Monday is we pull 3 cards for the collective. And then I do an individual card for the week ahead for those who ask. And I will try to get to everyone. As I said, my time is limited, but I will try. I want to especially Karen Winkle, I am fainting. Good morning. I know you've got a trip this week. I want to especially shout out our channel members. You can tell who a member is because their name's in green and they've got a little sun after their name. The color of the sun determines how long they've been members. What's a member? A member chooses from between 3 tiers of support and offers monthly support to this channel. So a huge shout out to all of our members. And if you would like to become a member, you gotta be on your laptop or your desktop. And you should see a sign that says join. And or right below the chat, you should see a little $sign. And that offers you the opportunity to join or to give a super chat or super sticker if you want to support this broadcast particularly. One way or the other, I thank you so much for being here. If you're not a member, please do subscribe. Please do make sure you like this video. And if you happen to be watching in archive, and if you're, here and waiting, kind of waiting in line for your card, as you listen to the readings that I do for the collective and for individuals, if you hear something that touches your heart, take it as a reading for you yourself, because that's how this stuff works. All right. I do want to remind you, we've got a free class here this evening, Monday, August 16th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Tarot History and Why It Matters. Do not expect a long, dry lecture. It won't be, I promise. And fair warning, I'm not a historian. I'm not sure how to pronounce all the names, but I think it is really important that every tarotist understands current historical thinking on where tarot comes from. And I think there's some spiritual lessons that we can learn from tarot's very interesting origin story. So that's what we're going to pack into that hour. So I hope you join us. And if you can't join us, I hope you do watch it in archive. All right. For today, I thought it would be fun to use an oldie but goodie. This is Chris Walder's Goddess Tarot. I've had this deck for years. It was published in 1998. I probably got it the year it was published. And that's actually a long time ago now. I mean, that sort of feels recent, but I guess it's really not, is it? All right. So 3 cards for the collective and then individual cards for those who ask. Thank you all so much once again for being here. What do we see for the week ahead? The King of Pentacles. This week, we need to pay attention. Keep your mind on your money and your money on your mind, not in a greedy way, but in a nurturing way. Pay attention to your work. Pay attention to your responsibilities. Pay attention to your cultivation of resources and how you use those resources to help others. Be a good leader. Be a good leader. Be a good exemplar. 6 of Staves, which of course is the 6 of Wands. So we put these 2 cards together. We see success at work. We see success in leadership. And we need to remember that we either are successful or have the potential to be successful. One of those 2 things is true for each and every one of us. And this reminds us of that this week. And then the Ace of Swords. So this gives us some clue as to how we achieve this success. We got to be smart. We got to do the right thing. We have to be in our integrity. Speak the truth, know the truth, do the right thing. So this is a great reading, and considering some of the very difficult things that are going on in the planet, I think this offers us, first of all, a reminder that if we are in a place in the world where we can just focus on what we got to do and do it, that's what we have to do. But also, this is how we make the world better. We make the world better by doing the right thing, by visualizing our goals and going for them, by initiating our journey. We do the right thing with right leadership, by taking care of one another, by being strong and positive leaders that tend to the needs of others. And when we look at the Six of Wands, or the Six of Staves as it is in this deck, you know, this is a card of victory after battle. And I'm sort of feeling, in a way, like a warlike image feels uncomfortable for me. And I'm kind of happy I chose this deck because it's not really terribly warlike, is it? But, you know, we are all fighting a battle, whether we're fighting it as a nation, as a planet, as a community, or in our own lives. We are all fighting a battle. Let us fight to win, but let us fight to win the thing that is right, the thing that helps others, the thing that really helps us. Let us not fight for ego and greed. Let us fight for the well-being of all. And that's our message for today, and I think that makes a lot of sense. All right, let's get right on to those individual cards. And we're going to start with Cassia. So happy to see you. Thank you for being a member of this channel. Glad you're home today. Feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. What will your week be like? The Seven of Cups. So this week, you want to avoid thinking yourself into a bad mood. You want to recognize you have many possibilities in front of you. You want to spend time imagining and thinking about the good things that you want to create in your life, and allow space for those things to happen. So use your imagination, but use it to visualize and manifest what you want, not to fear what you don't want. Karen Winkle, good morning to you. So nice to see you, and thank you for being a member of this channel. I'm so glad you are awake and with us. I know it's early in the morning for you where you are. All right. A card for the week for you. And I mean, we know, we've been talking, we know this is going to be a challenging week. You're off to your headquarters. Eight of Swords, this is a card of anxiety. I think that you know, you would probably rather not be doing what you're doing, but do it, and do not bring your anxiety to this table. We have to acknowledge that you're feeling anxious about it, and we understand why. But don't show that anxiety. Go there with a sense of delight in what you are doing. Be positive. Show that the strength of positivity, and don't be ruled by anxiety this week. A lot of this is anxiety producing for a million different reasons. Some of those reasons are really valid. Some of them maybe not so much. But one way or the other, you're feeling what you're feeling. You have to acknowledge it, but don't let it rule you. And know that we're all rooting for you to have a great trip. Melissa Burkhammer, so nice to see you. Glad that you're here. Here is a card for you. Melissa, you get the Ten of Pentacles. This is an incredibly positive card for this week. It may have to do with home, maybe decorating your home, finding a new home, spending time at home. It may have to do with spiritually connecting with your ancestors, those in spirit who support you. It may have to do with feeling secure in what you have, and recognize that you either have or have the ability to gather everything that you need. Smile Soul 20, so nice to see you, and thank you so much for being a member of this channel. Here is a card for you. Hey, you get, in this deck, it's called Magic, and the goddess is Isis. It's Major Arcana 1, the Magician. All right, Smile Soul 20. You need to know that you could be starting a whole new journey. This could be getting information this week about a new job or a new relationship. Be open to that. Be especially focused on your ability to communicate with others and communicating well, and on your use of the tools and resources and the skills that you have. Focus on these things, and you may be beginning a new journey that would be very positive. The power is with you. All right, and we just got a super sticker from Cassia. Thank you so much for your very generous contribution to our broadcast this morning. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Mystics Haven, good morning. Thanks for being here. So happy that you are here. Here's a card for you. The King of Staves, that would be the King of Wands. This week, focus on nurturing your own vitality, your own well-being. Focus on your creativity, your spirituality, your good health, and your humor. Keep your sense of humor. Really work on building these things: spirituality, humor, vitality, creativity, leaning toward the things that you're really passionate about, and recognize the ways in which you could be a leader here. It may be about inspiring others. It may be about building a career around the things that make you happy, around the things about which you are passionate. Try to nurture those things this week and try to think about the ways that you can be an example and a leader with these energies. Wendy Milano, so nice to see you, and thank you so much for being a member of this channel. Here is a card for you. You get the Two of Swords. So that's a really interesting card, isn't it? What it suggests for the week is there are some ways you're just going to have to keep peace and keep patient, that there are many, many decisions that you are making and will be making, but some of them it's not time to make right now. You just have to wait. And so this is sort of this card of there's so much to do and so much happening, and yet it's going to happen in its own time. You can do what you must do, but you can't do more than that, even though you'd like to get it all done and do it now. So be at peace with what you can't do yet, and be proactive with what you can. And that's the focus for the week for you. Carrie Dunnick, so nice to see you. Glad that you are here. Hey, you get the Ace of Swords. This was also a card for the collective, so very auspicious for you. This week, make sure you pay attention to important communication. Reaching out to the people you need to reach out to. Communicating well with the people around you. Think about what your goals are and really set your sight on those goals. Think about what the right thing is for you to do to get to where you want to be, and you make it happen. Good luck. Gemini Sun, so nice to see you. Hope that you're doing well. Here is a card for you. You get the Six of Cups. Now, this week, you could be sort of looking to the past. There could be some longing for the way things used to be. There could be a reconnection or a reunion with a friend or family member. That could be on a spiritual level or in a real sense, like a mundane sense. The thing is, you have to remember who you are. You may be going through a difficult time right now. And the way you get through it is by drawing strength from who you are, what you have always known, and what you have always been. Take that energy and move it forward. Jackie Masters, so nice to see you. Glad that you're here. Here is a card for your week going forward. You get the Queen of Cups. This week, focus on what makes you happy. Nurture your own happiness and your own emotional well-being, and as you do that, you will make others happy too. And if the emotions you're feeling are not happy, but indeed are sad, focus on those things. Don't live there, but acknowledge them, give them attention so that you can heal and move through that energy. Because ultimately, the goal here is your happiness. Aisha, so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. Here's a card for you. You get love, which is Venus in this deck. It's card 6 of the major arcana, so traditionally the lovers. This week, keep love in your heart and think about the things that you want to integrate into your life. What are the relationships you're building? Is this about romance? Is this about friends? Is this about reevaluating your relationship with food or with health or with money? What are the relationships that you must nurture in your life in order to bring balance and in order to bring well-being? Remember that the choices that you make in this regard matter a lot, and that you need to communicate with others in order to make these things work. So focus not just on romance, but all the relationships in your life, and that will move you forward. Hey, hang on a minute. I just did the weird scroll thing and lost my place. Just a second, got to scroll back. Christina R., so nice to see you. Glad that you are here. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. The 8 of Pentacles, time to focus on school. This is about learning through hard work. It's about apprenticeship. And I realize you're not an apprentice, you're in like some really high level educational program, but in a way it is an apprenticeship and you are learning something very specific, and that's what you must focus on. And so focus on the work of learning. You knew that. You didn't need me to tell you that, but that's what came up. Hey, shh. I love saying your name. Glad that you're here. Here's a card for you. The 4 of Swords. Yes, go ahead and take a rest. Seriously, this week you may need time for rest, for recovery. And that's funny because that's your name and that's what we say when people are sleeping, right? Time for rest, for meditation, for recovery, for retreat. This week, if you don't have to do it and you don't want to do it, you have permission not to do it. But what you need to do is time to rest and recover and rejuvenate and heal, whether that's healing of body, mind, spirit, whatever. That's what it's time for. Hey, Moonlight Tarot, so nice to see you. Glad that you are here. Here is a card for you. You're the second one to get this. Love, which is the lovers. So this week, think about the relationships in your life, how you want to nurture them, how it's going to work for you, how you're going to be in control of that energy. I think that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? All right. Hey, Claire C., so nice to see you. Glad that you're here. Thanks for being a member of this channel. Here's a card for you for the week. 7 of Staves, 7 of Wands. Good boundaries. If it's not right for you to do, don't do it. I just gave that advice to someone else, but it was a different card, and this is a little bit of a different energy. For you, it's about standing firm in what's important to you. You do what you need to do. You say yes to what you want to say yes to. You say no to what you have to say no to, and you be strong in that. And in this, you nurture your creativity and you nurture your well-being. Betty Flesher, so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member of this channel. Transformation. Yukimoki is the goddess, and it's card 13, so traditionally death. Betty, you are shedding your snakeskin. You are transforming. You are healing. You are growing. And this week, you are going to see real evidence of that change and that transformation. There may be some changes on a mundane level as well, but most importantly, pay attention to your own spiritual changes and how that leads you forward in a positive way. Alexandria, so nice to see you. Glad that you're here. Hey, you get the Ace of Staves or the Ace of Wands. This week, new projects, new passion, new creativity, new vitality, finding the source of your strength and going for it. So there could be some new opportunities. You could be starting some new things. You could be digging in and finding your strength, but one way or the other, it's about passion. It's about creativity. It's about your vitality. So very good. Nalini Kalu, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. And here's a card for the week for you. The Five of Wands. There's a lot of conflict here. You have to really think about who are the people who can help you. What are you trying to build? How can you use your creativity? Where are you holding yourself back? Where do you see obstacles that don't exist? And how do you deal with the obstacles that are real? So there's a struggle here, and you've been going through this struggle, and this struggle is front and center this week. But recognize, by answering those particular questions, you find your way forward and all will be well. JF, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Here's a card for you. Ten of Swords. This could be a tough week. Take extra care with everything you do this week and be careful about overthinking. This might simply be a mood or something going on internally for you. It might be some things you have to do or face this week that will be difficult. Be careful about what you say. Be careful about what you say to yourself. Think about what you need to put closure to and how you need to move on and what you need to open up to. If it's difficult, acknowledge it and move on. And use this energy to remind you to focus on what's important and don't put your energy into the minutia that doesn't matter. Joanne Smith, so nice to see you. Glad you're here. Let's give you a card for the week ahead. Thanks for being a member here. You get the Four of Staves. This week, nurture your family and your home. Enjoy and celebrate the members of your family. Enjoy and celebrate your home. And within that, find healing and peace and happiness and opportunity for creativity. Peggy Lou Leven, so nice to see you and thank you for being a member here. You get card 4, which is called Power. It's the Emperor. And this week, Peggy Lou, remember you're large and in charge. You're the one with the power. You're the one steering the ship. Don't let anyone take that away from you. This week, your lesson is to know your power and know your agency, and you use that. Karen Hendershot, so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. The Seven of Pentacles, work, 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 work. Guess what? You're going to work this week. And it's going to be fine, but it also feels like a little bit of a drag. And I think you want to spend some time thinking about what your career goals are, where you want to be, what you want to do, how the current job is serving you, but how it could get you to where you really want to be. Hey, Kyla, so nice to see you. Thank you for being a member here. Queen of Pentacles. Hey, this week, nurture your well-being, nurture your work, nurture your money. If you have a garden, nurture your garden. It is all about growing good things in your life. Nurturing and growing, that is the name of the game for you this week. That's what you want to pay attention to. And I think you'll have some success at that. Thank you so much. Baby Cakes, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Baby Cakes, you get the Queen of Staves or the Queen of Wands. This week, nurture your own creativity, nurture your own well-being, and think about where you want that to take you. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? How does that work going forward in your life? Think about your goals and recognize you have the power to nurture them and turn them into reality. Nalissa, nice to see you. Glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. Nalissa, card 7, movement. It's Rhiannon here. It's the Chariot. Nalissa, you are moving forward right now. I don't know if that's about changing job or just doing well in your job or the growth of your child or the growth of your family or a new home. And I don't know if you're doing any of that this week, but you may be thinking about some of those things. Right now, it's important to feel empowered in your ability to move forward and to know that you are and will move forward in the correct direction. Very well done. Iva Morris, so nice to see you. Thank you for being a member of this channel. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. Iva, the 8 of Wands, or in this case, the 8 of Staves, means the same thing. This week, there are a lot of unknowns. Just go forward and do the right thing. Things in your life are going to be moving very, very, very quickly. Allow that to happen. And if you don't know what you're going to do, if you don't know the answers, it's okay. Just keep moving forward. All will be well, and the answers will be revealed in good time. Hey, Clumsy Clairvoyance, thank you for being here, and thanks for being a member of this channel. Here is a card for you, the 5 of Cups. I feel like this week there may be or may have been some loss or some upset. It's okay to acknowledge that. It's okay to hold space for that, but also remember all of the good things and let that move you forward. Barrett Ermy, so nice to see you. Glad that you're here. Thanks for being a member of this channel. I appreciate you. Here's a card for you. Dude, you get the world. I think this week you are really looking at how you are growing, how you are learning, and how you are creating your own world in a way that works for you. Very, very well done. Oh, Kylus, you like the Goddess Tarot as well. Okay. Hey, Maria Barisi, here's a card for you. King of Swords. This week, you really want to think about yourself as the leader of your life and know that you are able to move forward, that you are guided spiritually and you are guided by your own intelligence and able to move forward and do whatever the heck you want. You're the one in charge. Lori Hahn, so nice to see you. Thank you for being a member of this channel. Lori, 9 of Swords. This might be a little bit of a difficult week for you. You might be having trouble sleeping. You also might be worried about something or upset about something or just feeling your feelings. Acknowledge that, deal with it, but you've heard me say this before, don't live there. Understand what's upsetting you, find a remedy, and you move yourself forward in your own power. Kim Morris, nice to see you. Glad that you are here. Hey, Ace of Wands for you. This week, work on your new projects, find your new strength, find your new vitality, and recognize that you will be moving forward in a really positive way. Martha Vink, so nice to see you. Here's a spoiler. My newsletter comes out on Wednesday. You will see a picture of Martha and me together at breakfast in that newsletter. So if you want to see what Martha looks like, you can see her beautiful face in the newsletter. All right, here's a card for you. Martha, you get justice. So we know that you work for social justice. We know that. But we also know that you are trying to do the right thing for yourself, for the people you serve, for your family, for your relationship. You are looking to find balance in all things. This week, you'll have to make some tough decisions around all of that. How do you do the right things in all aspects of your life? But you know what? This says you will definitely make the right decisions. No worries. Lisa McCord, nice to see you. Okay, and fair warning, I'm coming to the end of my available time. I'm going to get to as many people as I can. So thank you all so much for your patience. Lisa McCord. Five of Swords. This week, you want to pick and choose your battles, but there may be some battles to fight. Figure out what is worth fighting for, and when you fight, fight to win. If it's not worth fighting for, don't fight for it. Be clear about your priorities and be clear about where your power is. Jaylyn, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. King of Cups. This week, let love in all its forms be the most important thing in your life. Keep love in your heart, love yourself, love those around you, nurture your relationships. Remember that you are loved and that you are love. Okay, so we're going to do a special thing here. Obviously, what we're doing here today is a card for the week ahead, but young Lily is 7 years old today. Happy birthday, Lily. Here is a birthday card for you, Lily. You get the Chariot. No, you cannot yet drive a car. But it's interesting that you are 7, and this is literally card number 7. So that is darn cool. Pulled at random, there it is. This year, you're going to learn to do so many more things. You are growing, and as you grow, you become in charge of more things in your life. And look at that. Isn't that a really beautiful picture? So happy birthday, Lily. Okay. Very quickly, getting to as many people as we can here. These are going to be the last 2 readings. They are both members of this channel, Sarah and Von Ray. I apologize to everyone who I'm not going to be able to get to, but I do remind everyone to come tonight to our free class, Tarot History and Why It Matters. I promise it's not going to be dry and boring. That's tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is already here. Make sure you set the reminder and make sure you join us. Sarah, thanks for being a member. Week ahead, good Lord. Good Lord. You have oppression, which is, this deck is a little bit different. It's sort of like the Tower. It's sort of like the Devil, but it's some difficult stuff. It is card 16, so that would really be like the Tower. And you have to look at, in what ways are you allowing yourself to be oppressed? In what ways are you oppressing yourself? What can you do to free yourself from that? In what ways are well-meaning people oppressing you? That's what you got to look at. Not an easy thing to look at, but it is a great opportunity for freedom and growth. Von Ray, so nice to see you. Glad that you are here. Thanks for being a member here. This week, the moon. There are so many unknowns that you are facing. You are going to have to move carefully sort of to figure things out, but use your intuition, use your power, and know that you are on the right path. Do not be afraid of the unknown. Do not be afraid of confusion. Trust your process, trust yourself, trust your higher power. All will be well. All right. Okay. I am grateful to all of you. I'm going to do one more that I missed earlier, and that is for Carrie G. Thank you so much for being here. For the week ahead for you, 9 of Cups reversed. You really have to Figure out what makes you happy and what makes you unhappy, and make decisions accordingly. Make your own happiness a priority. That's what's important. To those of you that I missed, I apologize. I hope you still heard something in this broadcast that was helpful to you. Please join us for a free class this evening, 7 p.m. right here. And remember, we have our hybrid class in person in Palm City and live on Zoom. You can get a ticket either way. This Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you in class there. Get your ticket on my website, ChristianaGaudet.com or tarotbychristiana.com. That's also where you can book a reading with me. I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much. Be good.